Yeah. Okay, Hanika, begin.
Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajayanam, Namo Loe Savasahanam. Eso Panchanamo Yaro, Sava Papanasano, Mangalanam Chasavesim, Padmam Hoi Mangalam, Padmam Hoi Mangalam.
Eso Panchanamo Yaro Savva, not Sarva. Savva, Savva. Again, Hanika.
Eso Panchanamo Yaro, Sava Papanasano,
Very
Mangalanam.
good. Very good, Hanika. Okay, can everybody clap for Hanika? She did Biasru. Who understands Biasru? That she was only eating twice in a day. And Kreet, what did you do? You did Ekasna. Is that what you did? Okay, so Kreet was only eating once in a day. So can everybody clap for them? Tirth, did you do anything? I think you're frozen. Okay, Neet is here. Fine. Okay, what is the meaning of Upvas, Hanika?
Up means the soul and Vas means to reside in the soul.
Very good. So what is the meaning of Upvas?
To reside in the soul.
To reside in the soul. Now you have done Vyasanu and Kreet has done Ekasanu. Have you done Upvas? Yes or no? What is the meaning of Upvas, Moksh?
To reside in the soul.
To reside in the soul. Now today who is going to go to the temple? Anybody is going to go? Kreet is going. I think Hanika is also going to go. Yeah. Also Neet. Okay, Neet, also you're going to go. Very good, all of you. So when you look at the God today, when you look at Jinendra Bhagwan today, what is the meaning of Upvas, Tirth?
To reside in the soul.
So when you look at the God today, Hanika, you have to think about your soul. Okay, how will you think? It might be a bit difficult, isn't it? Because for the first time you're doing it. But even if you do it for 2-3 minutes, Priyala, Fiana, you you might not go today, but whenever you go next, at home you might have an idol, isn't it? Fiana, Briella. So what will you do at home? You will think, I am a soul filled with infinite attributes, good attributes. Have abadu Gujarati ma, you have to think. Hu atma chu, marama anant gun che parshwa. Parshwa, you have to think like this. Marama anant gun che, marama anant sukh che, marama anant shanti che, marama anant virya che. So this will help you to go in the soul. Can thoughts is okay, let me ask you the question again. Is having thoughts of the soul, is it the same as experiencing the soul? Everybody will answer one by one. Let's see who has understood. I will ask the question again. When you think about the soul, that I am a soul, હું તો આત્મા છું, મારામાં અનંત ગુણ છે, મારામાં અનંત શાંતિ છે, મારામાં અનંત સુખ છે, is that the same as experiencing the soul, Moksh? Yes or no?
No.
Even if you know. Okay. Stuti.
No.
Fiana.
No.
Priela.
No.
Priela, go and call Kiara. Hanika.
No.
Kreet.
No.
Neet.
No.
Tirth.
No.
Parshwa.
No.
And okay, Kiara didn't listen to the question, but anyway, Kiara is new to this, so it's okay. Fine. The question was, just for Kiara's knowledge, that Kiara, when you think about the soul, is it the same as experiencing the soul? And the answer is no. Then why am I asking you to think about the soul? It is only when you think of something, Kreet, for example, it is only when you think of coming first in the class, you will start to work hard, isn't it? But if you have got no thought, if you just don't care that it doesn't matter whether I come first or second or last, it just doesn't matter. Will you come first in the class? No. Hanika, for example, Hanika is a very good dancer. If like Hanika doesn't think that I want to take part in a dance competition, will she be able to come first? First, she has to think, isn't it? That I would like to enroll myself in a competition. One last example. Fiona is a very good swimmer. So if Fiona doesn't think that I want to come first in the swimming competition, can she come first? She can't come first. First, she has to think, isn't it? So in the same way, you first have to think about the soul in order for you to experience. Now, how do you experience? By feeling. So Kreet, when you say, oh, I've got infinite happiness, don't just say it without any emotion. Say it with emotion. Oh, I've got infinite happiness, and feel infinite happiness, Hanika. So today, this is your exercise when you go to the temple. What time are you going to go to the temple, Hanika?
7:30.
7:30. Is it possible for you to go a little bit early when there's no crowd so that you can sit quietly, only 10 minutes early, not half an hour, not 15 minutes, only 10 minutes early?
I can go at 7:20. That's okay.
Very good. Yeah, very good. So when the temple is totally empty, that is when you will be able to Kreet. Is it possible for you to go 10 minutes early? It is possible. So whoever is
No,
going to
but
the
I'm
temple,
going like the earliest because I have to go for the Pratikraman.
Pratikraman. Okay, okay, fine. You are going for like Pratikraman, no problem. So quietly, you have to think about the soul first. Now, what is Pratikraman? Pratikraman. Who understands the meaning of Pratikraman? Who understands the meaning? Kreet, what is the meaning of Pratikraman? The
I'm not
action.
sure.
Then why are you doing something that you don't know? Then you should ask, isn't it? To whoever, like wherever you're doing it in the temple, you should ask, what is Pratikraman? Who else is doing Pratikraman? Over here. Hanika, what is the meaning of like Pratikraman?
I don't do Pratikraman at the temple. I do it at home.
Or you do it at, what is the meaning?
I'm also not sure.
You're not sure. Look, don't do anything that you don't know. Okay? Although you're doing a good thing, I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing actually a good thing. Prati means past. Write this down. Neat, write it down. Everybody write it down. Prati means past. Kraman are the actions done in the past. We are asking for forgiveness. We are asking for forgiveness of actions or deeds or thoughts or anything done in the past. Now, who understands the meaning of like Pratikraman? Moksha, explain to everybody.
It's the
Wait, let me help you.
how do I say?
Prati plus Kraman. Now, okay, now it will be easy for you. Who is this who is sitting next to Kreet? Ask him to join in, whoever he is. Is he your cousin? Then?
Friend.
Ask your friend to join. It is good he's listening. Look, your friend is so lucky. Ask him to come. What is his name?
Dev.
Hi, Dev. How are you?
Fine.
Okay, good boy. Okay, Dev. So we are learning what is Pratikraman. Okay, Moksh. Prati plus Kraman. What is the meaning?
It
Explain.
means the asking for forgiveness of your
Past deeds,
past deeds.
past thoughts. Speak, Moksh, fast.
Asking for forgiveness of your past deeds or thoughts.
Or actions. Bol,
Anything of your karma.
Yeah, I will wait. First, let's do this, and then I'll explain to you. Past deeds,
Past, to ask for forgiveness of your past deeds,
past actions,
past actions,
and past thoughts.
and past thoughts.
So in the past, you may have done something negative, So you're asking for forgiveness. So in order, listen to this Crete. This is important. This is very important. In order for you not to do, Hanika, deeds in the future, how do you stop, or how do you not repeat the same deeds? Now think, Fiana, think, Briella, think. Let's see who is the smartest. Neat, think. Stuti, Moksh. Parshwa is very smart, and so is Kiara. Kiara, come in the picture, okay? What is it that you do that whatever, for example, this is only an example, that you got angry at your friend in school and you slapped him. This is only an example. What is it that you do that in the future something like that does not happen? I will give you a hint. Swabhav Vibhav. Now let's see who can answer it correctly. See, Neet is thinking. He's good. Think. Fiana, sit straight. Bol, Neet.
Experience the soul.
Very good. In order for you not to repeat the same deeds, it could be good deeds. Now we have learned, I think, I don't remember, but I think that day Crete and Neet were not there, but I don't remember. Okay, there are 3 kinds of deeds. Who remembers? We have done this. I remember Stuti Mokshwa there that day. Okay, Bol, Neet.
Good, bad, and pure.
Very good. Clap for Neet. Everybody clap for Neet. Very good, boy. Okay. Explain again, Anika, the 3 deeds, the 3 kinds of deeds. Not 3 deeds, but the 3
Good
types.
deeds,
Then
good deeds, pure deeds, and bad deeds.
okay, in order for you not to repeat any deeds again, any deeds again, when you experience the soul, what state are you in? Let's see. Who can now? Stuti, did you raise your hand? Okay, yeah, speak. What state are you in?
Nirvikalp,
Very
thoughtless.
good.
I mean,
Very good.
like or dislikeless.
Nirvikalp means what, Fiana?
Nirvikalp means thoughtless.
Nirvikalp means thoughtless, Kiara. So now you have to remember this. Okay, Kiara? Kiara is a good girl. Okay, so Kiara, Nirvikalp means thoughtless, Hanika. So when you are in a thoughtless state, you can experience the soul. Now, now you have 2 options. Let's see which option all of you pick. The first option is when you're doing Pratikraman, Hanika, because you are doing it. Okay, so now you choose the option you like want to choose. Look at the screen over here. Okay, so you have 2 options, Hanika. Hanika, look over here. Yeah. The first option is that when you're doing Pratikraman, you will ask for forgiveness of the past deeds. And you will say, oh, I'm sorry for everything I did in the past, whatever bad I've done, maybe in this life, maybe even in my last life, maybe even 10 lives ago, maybe 20 lives ago, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 lives ago. You can ask for forgiveness for that. And you say, now I will be a good person and I will do only good deeds. Okay, that's option number 1. Option number 2, let's see which one everybody chooses. Option number 2 is that you say, I have done good deeds and bad deeds in the past, but now I only want to experience the pure soul. So I wish to be in a thoughtless state without any thoughts. Let's see, Moksh, which one do you choose? And then we go around. Choose your own. Don't copy anybody. Whatever. Second. Okay, Stuti.
Second.
Briella. Briella is thinking. Okay, Fiana.
Second.
Kiara, would you like to try?
First one or the second one? The first answer or the second answer? Which one do you think it is?
Second.
Say it.
Second.
Okay, fine. I think she's not understood, but at least she tried. Okay, Hanika.
Second.
Neet,
Second.
Kreet, think. Think and answer. Okay, Kreet is thinking. Tirth,
Second.
Parsha also said second. Okay, fine. Maybe maybe Parsha and Kiara have not understood. Maybe they have understood. Okay. Anyway, so Kreet, you are left and Briella is left.
Second.
Briella,
Second.
second. Okay. So why did you choose second? Who can answer? One person will answer. Kreet.
Because you're admitting that you have done good and bad deeds. Like, let's say, for example, you helped your friend borrow a pencil, but he didn't return it, so you slapped him. So that's both good and bad. But then later, you want to admit it, so then you go to a thoughtless state, so you can go to moksha. So all the deeds, all the bad deeds are forgiven.
And the good deeds?
And also the good, like the good deeds will not be there because you're not thinking of anything.
Now, what is the nature of the soul? Who can say it in one sentence? Who can say it in one sentence? Fiana.
The nature of the soul is knowledge and happiness.
Okay, that is correct. Now, is this okay? I was not asking that one, but you are correct. You are correct. In one sentence, what is the nature of the soul? Moksh.
The soul is in a thoughtless state.
Yeah, good. That is correct. And one more sentence. One more sentence. Mustuti.
The soul does not have any likes or dislikes.
Yeah, okay, thoughtless and like, okay, that is almost the same. One more main sentence. Hanika.
The soul doesn't have any emotions.
You are correct. And okay, you're not completely correct, but you're correct. Yeah. Priyala.
The soul has musical.
Yeah, okay, that is what this Moksh said, and also you are correct. Yeah, the soul is in a nirvikalp state. Well, okay, yeah, bol Moksh bol.
The soul is pure.
Okay, now let me give you the answer. The soul is a knower. The soul is not a doer. So when the soul, Hanika, if the soul is a knower and not a doer, can it do good deeds or bad deeds? Hanika, yes or no? No, it can't. It cannot. So when you do Pratikraman, what is our mistake? You must understand why because Pratikraman is a very important exercise. It is an extremely, extremely important exercise, which both Kreet and Hanika are so good. I must say, I must clap for these two children that they are doing it. Fine, okay, you're not understanding it, but you are doing it. But you must understand and like do it, because if you just do it for the sake of doing it, or because everyone is doing in the house, it is not good enough. But clap for these two children, at least they are doing it. Okay, so at least it is a start. So Hanika, Kreet, everybody listen. When you do Pratikraman, you must have 5 points in mind. Pratikraman means, listen to this. Pratikraman means, Tirth, that you are admitting your mistakes of the past. You must admit, this is point number 1, because you can't go to point number 2 and say, oh, the soul is a knower and not a doer. I like don't admit any of my faults. Fiana, listen to this, because you sometimes you're not listening. Point number 1 is you must admit that in the past, maybe in this life, maybe in the last life, maybe 10 lives ago, maybe 100 lives ago, whatever mistakes I have done, I ask for forgiveness. This is point number 1. You must not ignore this point, Hanika. Point number 2. At the end, I will ask you who will remember all these 5 points. Point number 2. The soul is a knower. The soul is not a doer. Then comes point number 2. Now, point number 3. Point number 3 is that because the soul is a knower and not a doer, I don't do good deeds or I don't do bad deeds. This is point number 3. Point number 4. I start to now think about the soul. I've got infinite good qualities. Hanika, badu Gujarati ma because your Gujarati is very good. Marama to anant gun che. Marama anant sukh che. Priyala, listen to these Gujarati words. Marama anant gun che. Marama anant sukh che. Marama anant shanti che. And don't say it for the sake of saying. Now you have said these things. Great. Point number 5, extremely important point, Tirth. You must feel it, Moksh. When you say Marama Anant Sukhche, feel infinite happiness. Feel it. It might be faking it for those few minutes, but that is the only way how you will be able to feel it. And then slowly, that will start to become a real feeling. Let's see who remembered these 5 points. Briella, speak the 5 points.
The first point is that 100,000 nights you have to forgive what bad deeds you did.
Sorry, say it again. Briella, come in the picture so we can see you nicely. Okay, now say it.
You ask for forgiveness from your last birth, your 100th last birth,
and this birth. Not, yeah, okay, good girl. Next point.
That the soul is a knower, not a doer.
Very good girl. Third point. Okay, slowly think. See, everything is logical. The soul is a knower, not a doer. So what is the third point? Okay, who can help Priala? What is the third point, Kreet?
You should not think of good and bad deeds. You should think of the pure deeds. Like you
Okay, so
shouldn't.
the soul is a knower, not a doer. So meaning the third point will be that I do not do good deeds. I do not do bad deeds.
Yeah.
What is the fourth? What is the fourth point? Tuti. This one is easy.
It is to think about the qualities of the soul, like dwell on them.
Exactly, to think about the qualities of the soul. The fifth point, the important one. All are important, but the fifth is the most important. What is the fifth point, Hanika?
You should feel whatever you say. Like if you say you have infinite happiness, say it with emotion. Don't just say it for the sake of saying it.
And why is it that you say it with emotion? What is the reason?
So that you see, you'll be saying it just like that right now, but then slowly you'll feel I have infinite happiness, I have infinite knowledge.
So who are you, Hanika?
I'm a soul.
So that is the point. Now, has everybody written these 5 points for Pratikraman? Stuti has written. Kreet, have you written? Okay, write it down. Fiana, write it down. Hanika, have you written it? Okay. Neet, have you written? Okay, Lakhinak. Just you can even write in short points. It's okay. Just write. Tirth, okay. So the first point, you must admit. The key word is admit. Admit your mistakes. Admit your past mistakes. You must admit that, okay, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, whatever. Point number 2, once you admit, because the fault is happening, where are the likes and the dislikes happening in the soul? Where is it happening? In which part of the soul? In which angle of the soul? Where is it happening? The anger, the hatred, the jealousy, the pain, the emotions. In which part, Hanika?
In the pariyai of the soul.
Very good. In the pariyai. So it is happening. You can't ignore it, Fiana. You can't say, I'm not getting angry. It is happening. It is happening. It's not that it is not happening. But once now you're looking at the pariyai angle, Tirt, and you're seeing, look, anger is happening, greed is happening, everything is happening. Then once you see it is happening, you admit, yes, it is happening, and you ask for forgiveness. So point number 2. Now from pariyai drashti, what drishti will you look at? Drishti means what sight now will you now look at, Briella? If you're not looking at pariyai, what will you look at?
Dravya.
Very good. Now the soul is a knower, it is not a doer. So now we're looking at dravya angle. These are key points. Write it down, Neet. Hanika, write it down. The soul is a knower, not a doer. So now we're looking from dravya drashti. Now point number 3. What is point number 3? In the dravya, there are infinite good qualities, Tirt, isn't it? If there only and only good qualities, only and only infinite good qualities, can you do anything good or bad? No. It is so easy when you actually think about it, isn't it, Hanika? But if it is difficult, you must ask your question, okay? Don't just say yes because I'm like telling you it is easy. In case if you find it difficult, Fiana, you must ask. Point number 3 is that I do not do good deeds or bad deeds, because now we're looking at dravya drashti. But Hanika, when you're looking at, need to turn on your camera, but when you're looking at pariyai drashti, you must admit that no, the anger is happening within me. The greed is happening within me. So point number 3. Now, point number 2 is the soul is a knower, not a doer. So now we're looking from dravya angle. Now, is everything making sense now? Now, are you able to fit in the pieces of the puzzle? Hanika, I know this yes, it didn't sound very convincing. You were saying yes, but you have a doubt. Priyala, come in the picture. Priyala looks a bit lost. Priyala, are you understanding or is it difficult? Bol, Priyala.
I don't understand.
Sorry, yeah, you don't understand.
I don't understand.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's start again. Briella, how many angles are there of the soul? 2. Tirth, what are those 2 angles?
Dravya and pariyai.
Dravya and pariyai. Now the emotions, the likes, the dislikes, the pain, the hatred, the jealousy, the happiness, like what do you say? The feeling of pleasure, the feeling of excitement. Where is it happening? Is it happening in dravya or is it happening in pariyai? Briella.
Pariyai.
Is happening in pariyai. So when we do pratikraman, all these deeds, good and bad, where is it happening, Fiana?
Good deeds and bad deeds are happening in the pariyai.
It is happening in the pariyai, Hanika. Both are happening in the pariyai. So listen to this, Kreet. Kreet, look over here. What is the mistake that we are doing? We are only making one mistake, and that is the reason why we're not experiencing infinite happiness. The mistake that we're making is we're always looking at pariyai. This is the mistake we are making. Now, in Pratikraman, point number 1, you admit your past mistakes. Point number 2, you realize, okay, I am looking at Pariyai, so I am now admitting, Hanika, that I've done good or I've done bad. I've done good, I've done bad. But do you want to continue to do Pratikraman for the rest of your life and for the rest of your infinite lives? That you do bad, then you ask for forgiveness. You do bad, you ask for forgiveness. You do bad, you ask for, like, is it making any sense, Priyala? Or like, do you want to come out of the cycle and you want to be in a state where you're not making any mistakes? So what do you want? Do you want to be Krit in like a state where you're not making mistakes? Or do you want to be in a state where you are making mistakes, asking for forgiveness? Making mistakes, asking for forgiveness.
You're not making a mistake.
So then you have to look at Dravya. Because in Dravya, there are infinite good qualities. And only when you look at Dravya, you will be able to see the pure soul. Is Hanika, sorry, not Hanika, Briella, now is it making sense? Are you sure? If you have questions, you must ask. Okay, Briella? Have you got any question? No. Okay. Hanika, explain till now whatever you have learned.
So you shouldn't like ask for forgiveness, like continue to ask for forgiveness for all your life. So you should like experience the soul so that you're like in no thought state, and then like you just experience the soul.
And after you experience the soul, what happens? What do you experience?
What?
When you experience the soul, what do you experience? Why do you want to experience the soul?
To get infinite happiness and
that is, yes, that is the key word, infinite happiness. Infinite happiness. So say, for example, when you hurt somebody, this is an example, feel it, and you will see. Just close your eyes, everyone close your eyes. Priella, close your eyes. Neith, close your eyes. Now just try to remember one incident when you hurt somebody. Just remember that incident when you hurt somebody. Preet, remember. Now remember another incident when somebody hurt you. Now Moksh, when you hurt somebody, everyone keep your eyes closed. When you hurt somebody, experience the emotion. When you are hurting somebody, when you experience that emotion, just experience the emotion. Is it a pleasant one or is it an unpleasant one? If it is a pleasant one, say yes. If it is unpleasant, say no, with your eyes closed. Kreet, close your eyes, don't copy others. Tirth, yes or no? Okay, so everyone's eyes are closed. Now, when someone is hurting you, is it pleasant or is it unpleasant? It is not pleasant for anybody. It is not pleasant. Now open your eyes. So if it is a emotion which is causing pain, do you want to keep on doing Pratikraman for it all your life? That say you hurt somebody, so now you do Pratikraman. Or you do Pratikraman during the 8 days of Paryushan, then you forget about it. So are you understanding the meaning of Pratikraman? The real meaning of Pratikraman is to experience the soul. How many of you have understood this? This is the real meaning of Pratikraman. What is the real meaning of Upvas? Moksh, what is the real meaning of Upvas? Tirth, listen to this.
To recite in the soul.
No, break it down.
Up means the soul and vas means to recite. So you recite in your soul.
You reside in the soul. So when you do fasting, is fasting and upvas the same thing? Krit? Hanika? Answer.
No.
Neet, have you done any upvas or ekastra or anything? No. Okay, fine. So now Pratikraman, what is the real meaning of Pratikraman? What is the real essence? What is the real, for like Briella, let's make it easy. What is the depth, or like what is the reason why we do Pratikraman? Briella.
To experience the soul.
To experience the soul. So point number 1. Now let's see who can say the 5 points. Now everybody has written it down as well. In case if you're not, you can write it down. Okay, Stuti bol, and explain it clearly to everybody.
Okay, so the first point is to admit that you have done good deeds and bad deeds in your past, because the pariyai of the soul exists, and that's where good and bad deeds take place. And so you have to admit that you have done it and not deny it. Then second step is to realize is that the soul is a knower and not a doer. And so you're deciding that I have been looking at the pariyai of my soul, and now I've decided to look at the dravya. The third point is to think. Now that you have realized that your soul is a knower and not a doer, you have to decide that you're not going to do good or bad deeds from now, but
No. Wrong,
that you
wrong,
haven't
wrong,
done.
wrong, wrong. I do not do good deeds or bad deeds. Now continue.
You haven't done. Oh, okay. So you do not do good deeds or bad deeds. And then the fourth point is to think
Great.
about the qualities of the soul. Huh?
Great. Pay attention. Yeah, continue, Stuti.
Yeah, so the fourth point is to think about the qualities of the soul, about qualities like infinite happiness, like in proper Gujarati, like hu atma chu, marama anant sukh che, marama anant gun che, like that. And the fifth point is not just think them for the sake of thinking them, but actually feel them with full emotions until you can finally, in reality, experience all those virtues.
Very good, girl. Very, very well spoken. Great. Everybody will speak this. And then we close the class a bit early because some of you might have to even eat early today. Okay. Bol Greet.
So the first point is like to admit that you have done mistakes in the past, like you have done good and bad deeds in the past. The second point
Wait,
is
where is it happening?
it is happening in the pariyai, but you want to look at the dravyas. The second point is you're a knower, not a doer. So it's saying that right now you're in the pariyai, but you want to be in the dravya. The third point is that I don't do good deeds or bad deeds.
Oh, point number 2, Preet, sorry, did you say this, that the soul is a knower, not a doer? Okay, you said it. Okay, continue.
The third point is I don't do good deeds or bad deeds. So this is trying to explain that you should experience your soul and have pure deeds and not good or bad deeds. And then the fourth point is the point where
Why didn't you write it down when Stuti was
I
talking?
wrote it.
Okay, then read it.
The fourth thing is I don't. Oh, no, that I did a mistake. The third deed. In the third deed I said it correct. And the fourth deed is the I
The
have
fourth
infinite.
point.
The fourth point is I did infinite. I have infinite happiness and
I am a soul.
yeah.
હું
I am
આત્મા
a
છું. ગુજરાતીમાં બોલ. હું આત્મા છું.
હું આત્મા છું. મારી પાસે અનંત ગુણ છે.
મારામાં
મારામાં અનંત ગુણ છે, અનંત જ્ઞાન છે ને અનંત શાંતિ.
Very good. And a fifth?
Now, fifth one is like you don't just experience the soul for doing it. You should,
No, you don't say the words for saying it.
yeah, you don't say the words for saying it. You should express it, like experience it. You should show the emotion. And
So give an example.
like you shouldn't just say, I have infinite happiness, I have infinite knowledge. You should say, I have infinite happiness, I have infinite knowledge. You should be happy and say.
Yeah, you should feel it. The key word, write it down. If anybody has not written, you should feel it. That is in point number 5. You should feel what you're saying. If you say Marama Anand Sukh che, feel infinite happiness. Even
You
if it is
should
just for
feel.
2 seconds, but you should feel it. Okay, next. Now, okay, next. Whoever will say, and in case if you have like missed out a point, just write it down. Neat.
So the first point is ask for forgiveness from your past deeds. Whatever you have done in
Hold
the
on, Neet.
past.
Hold on, Neet. Just adjust your camera. Your face is not visible.
Oh,
Okay, now speak.
um, first point is ask for forgiveness from your past deeds. Whatever mistakes you have done from your past, you should ask for forgiveness that you have done wrong. Then the second point is
Where are these deeds happening?
the wrong deeds.
The good and bad deeds. Where are they happening?
Pariyai.
Yeah, so say that.
So the good and bad deeds, they're both happening in Pariyai. The second point is the soul is a knower, not a doer. So you should like think about the soul like.
No, now we are looking at the Dravya angle. Say all these
Yeah.
points are important.
So you're looking at the Dravya angle to experience the soul. Like the soul is a knower, not a doer. The third point is you should not I do not do any good or bad deeds. So you should do pure deeds to like experience the soul. Fourth point is think about the qualities of the soul. So hu atma chu maripase marama anant gun gyan and shanti cha. The fifth point is you should feel it with emotions from inside, not just to say it like that.
Very good boy. Fine boy. Okay, who wants to go next? Who is ready to go next? Is it Kiara who has raised her hand? Okay, ball Kiara, try.
What is deeds?
Deeds means actions. Do you understand actions, Kiara?
Things that you do.
Like actions, how to explain actions? Okay, actions meaning things that you do. Okay. Okay, now who wants to go next? Who is ready? Okay, Fiona is ready.
Point number 1. Admit your mistakes from the past. Like this birth, the birth before this, 100 births before this. Second point, the soul
No. Where is it happening? This is important. Why are you missing this?
And it's happening in the drug. No,
Wrong.
in the pariyai.
It is happening in the pariyai.
Point number 2, the soul is a knower and not a doer. Point number 3.
No, what is the drashti? Fiona, you are a smart girl. 3 people have spoken, yet you are not able to say it. Start again. Point number 1. You must use pariyai drashti, dravya drashti. You must use these words. Balls.
Point number 1. Admit your mistakes from the past.
of this life is
of this life and all other lives before the one that you have now.
So what drishti is that?
In the pariyai.
Then Kiara, just put that down and let Fiona speak. Okay, next, Fiona, speak.
Point number 2. The soul is a knower and not a doer. Point number 3.
No, you will not go ahead. Point number 2, what is the main point that you missed out? Okay, Hanika, speak, and now listen to Hanika, Fiona.
Okay, point number 1, admit the mistakes that you have done in this life and the past life that have happened in Pariyai.
Hold on, Hanika, sorry to interrupt you.
Point number 2.
Wait, Hanika, sorry to interrupt you. It is very rude when somebody is talking that you turn off your video because she was listening to all of you. So turn on your video, Neat, Fiona, Briella. Otherwise, you will continue to be here and then the rest of them can go. Now, when anybody is talking, give them that respect. Listen to her. Speak, Hanika.
Point number 2, the soul is a knower and not a, sorry, the soul is a knower and not a doer. And the Dravya Drashti.
No, speak
point
nicely.
number 3, keeping.
No, start again. Hanika, start again. It was not spoken very well. Start again from point number 1.
Point number 1, admit the mistake that you have made in this life and the past lives that you have had. And the mistakes happen in Pariyai. Point number 2, the soul is a knower and not a doer. And we're on Dravya Drashti. Point number 3.
So now you're looking at the Dravya.
I do not, yeah. I'm looking at the Dravya Drashti. I do not do good or bad deeds. I do pure deeds so that I can experience the soul. Point number 4, I have infinite happiness and knowledge. And you say that in Gujarati. Marama anant gun che, marama anant shanti che, marama, and I have infinite happiness.
Marama anant sukh che.
Marama anant sukh che. Point number 5, feel whatever you have said. Don't say it for the sake of saying it. You should say it with emotion, like Marama Anant Gyanche, like you should feel it and like you should feel what you said.
Very good. Good attempt. Where is Fiona? Where did she go? Where did she go, Briella?
She's on the side.
She's what?
On the side.
Oh, she's on the side. Okay. Okay, now Fiona, speak. Can you adjust your camera in a way that all 3 of you are visible? Is it possible to adjust it in some way?
Not really, since our chair.
Okay, fine. Okay, speak. Hanika, now Fiona is talking. Turn on your video.
Point number 1, admit your mistakes from the past. This happens in the Padiyai. Point number 2, the soul is a knower, not a doer. Wait, what was that? And
No, Fiona, today you're not paying attention. Quickly, now we're wasting time. Briella, speak.
and look at the Dravya Drashti.
No, start from point number 1. We have still Moksh and Tirth remaining. Speak fast. Point number 1.
Point number 1, admit your mistakes from the past, like 100 years ago, 110 years ago, and that is in the Parya. The soul is a knower and not a doer, and look at Dravya Drashti.
Very good. She's the only one who spoke it correctly. Look at Dravya Drashti. Okay, next.
Don't do good deeds or bad deeds. Point
No,
four.
no. The soul does not do good deeds or bad deeds. Speak like that.
Point number 3. The soul doesn't do good deeds or bad deeds. Point number 4. I have infinite happiness and I am a soul. And you're supposed to say, I have infinite happiness.
Gujarati ma bol. Badai Gujarati ma boila.
Mare anand gyan che, mare na anand sukh che. And point 5. Don't say the word of the sake of saying it. Say it when you feel it with emotions.
Very good. Okay. Tirth and then Moksh. Bol Tirth.
Point number 1. Admit your mistakes in the past life and this life. And it happens in the parallel drashti. Point number 2. The soul is a knower, not a doer. We look at Dravya Drashti.
Good boy.
Don't do good or bad deeds while experiencing the soul.
No. The soul does not, because now you are a knower, meaning that if you're a knower, do you do anything? You don't do anything. So that is the reason why point number 3 is I don't do good deeds or bad deeds. Okay? Okay. Continue.
While experiencing the soul, don't do good or bad deeds.
No, you have not understood. I will explain it to you again. Okay. Point number 4.
Point number 4. Think about qualities of the soul in Gujarati. Atma chu, mara ma anant gyan che, anant sukh che. And point number 5. Feel what you say with emotions, not for the sake of saying.
Okay, Moksh, last ball.
The first thing is that you admit that you've done good and bad deeds, and that takes place in the Pariyaya Drishti. Second is that the soul is the knower and not the doer. And now you start looking at Dravya Drishti. The third is that since the soul is the knower and not the doer, it's what do you express? You say it like the soul does not do any good deeds or bad deeds. And fourth is that you express whatever you say with no. That's the fifth point. Fourth is that you
Think.
You think of all the
Atma chu.
of the qualities of the soul, like who Atma chu, Marama Anant Gun che, Anant Virya, Anant Shubh, Sukh,
Shanti.
Shanti, and Gyan, many more. And number 5 is that you express your feelings for everything you say.
Good boy. Fine boy, Moksh. Okay. Now everybody can go. Everybody did well. Now do you understand how to do Pratikraman? How many of you have understood how to do Pratikraman? Good. Yeah, good. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, after you finish Pratikraman, you will go to the temple, isn't it? You will go to the temple. So there, when you look at the Jinendra Bhagwan, you think about the soul for about only 2 minutes. Even if you do it for 2 minutes, it is good enough. Okay, Hanika? You don't have to do for 10, 20 minutes. 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. It is a good start. Fine. Okay, now only Fiona and Tirth will stay behind. Everybody can go.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai
So
Jinendra.
And I
Jai
wanted to say
Jinendra.
something.
Yeah, ball, Kreet.
My dad was doing like fasting for 8 days, and 2 days is full.
Okay, good. Have you explained to him the meaning of Upvas?
Yeah,
What is the meaning of Upvas?
to reside in the soul. Then
Now you
I
must
don't
teach him
need
that.
to live in the soul. So then it's like, oh, now I understand. Then I tell him about Pratikraman.
Yeah, very good boy. Look, because of you now also he knows. So now you must understand everything properly, okay, Kreet?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.